I say good evening, good afternoon. What's going on, everybody? As you guys come in, hit the like button. As always, we set to have or try to have a entertaining show. Let me mute myself in the back. Entertaining show to say the least. I don't know if anybody's in here. I'm just talking to myself. Oh, so far I'm just talking to myself. Oh, I got one person watching. All right. Hello to you, sir. But anyway, shout out to everybody that just joined. No, we got 20 people watching. Hit the like button. I think it's try to have an entertaining show today. A few topics. Since the last time I haven't been live with video games, so we did expand your mind. You guys have been on my hill about that. We're gonna come back again this Wednesday. Like I said, at least twice a month. I give you expand your mind, where we talk about very controversial subjects in the media, outside of gaming. Race, religion, UFOs, politics, you name it. We try to cover it all there, like we said, on Expand Your Mind. I got a pastor coming on this week, so that's why it's going to be back to back. We'll have some fun with that. But as you guys come, like I said, hit the like button. I'm here with my brothers in crime, my partners in crime. I got my boy, Neff. What's going on with your good brother, Neff?
Hey, nothing much. I mean, I just got back from doing a live stream on my channel. Shameless plug, if any of you check that out.
Dog shit. Okay, what else?
You know, just been chilling, working a little bit on that Red Dead. Almost done with that finally.
No, okay. All right. My man, Neff, ask you a question. On this live stream, was it better than that first one that you did?
Yeah, the one we shall not name.
Rename nameless. Say no more. But listen, you always go back, you look at that, and look at your growth and how far you've come. Mm-hmm. Sometimes I look at some of my older videos, like, hey, Jesus, that was really, really bad. But you look at your growth and how far you come. You know, all praise will be to Kratos. My man. Mm-hmm. Hey, what's up, my good brother Jay? Jay Kratos.
Yo. What's up, everybody? What's going on?
Anything? What's going on with you, brother?
Man, I've seen better days. You know what happened when you game of the year.
Precious
Lord. You gotta build up your strength all over again.
Take my hand, lead me on to the promised land. I am tired. I'm sorry, that's okay. But you had to recharge your battery. I know you're still going on your victory lap for Game of the Year. And you know we didn't do multiplayer this week. We got to bring it back, like I said, next week. Hopefully, Baron will show up. Will he concede? You know what I mean? You know, he was holding out about God of War being game of the year. We're gonna talk to him about that. Other than, like I said, as you guys come in, actually, I'm about to be seeing you guys in 1 second. You know, I do need to say what's up to everybody. But now, do me a favor, good brother.
Yeah, say what's up. All right, so yeah, Xbox Live Mike, what's up? Ice Queen Gaming, what's up?
Shout out to her.
Big Grande 2K, shout out to you. Zach Cream, shout out to you. Colonius King, who's one of the mods for the channel.
Yeah,
you know, Happy New Year to you.
That's my dude, man. Also,
yeah, man, he says Happy New Year to you. Happy New Year to you, bro. Yeah. Stuart Stokes. You know, we gotta try you again on that multiplayer podcast, man. If you're ready, we gotta go again. Yusha, what up, Z? Darius King, pardon me, huh? Antoine Tremble, what up? Classic Love, what's up, man? You've been rocking out with channel for a while now.
Well, we ain't seen Classic Love in a minute. Where's Classic Love been at, man?
I don't know where he's been at.
Hey, I gotta switch to Classic Love. We gotta switch in the Johnson household. We gotta talk about that, man. My man, Classic Love.
Yeah, Tip Diamond, Clarissa 35F, Miss Free, Clarissa 35F again, Playbox, what's up? Christian McCoy again, Warhammer, what's up to you? Wrath of the Empire, what up? Next Gen 720, Viewmaster 617, and Heath Stavens. Hi everyone, and Smoke 901, what's up, bro?
All right, hold on 1 second. Let me put the hashtags in here. Hashtag madbox.
Steph Keedy G, what's good? And there we go. I think I got Tip Diamond, but what's up to you?
Tip Diamond, hashtag Matchbox, hashtag PS5, hashtag Xbox 2. All right, I'm about to be seeing you guys now in real time. As you guys come in, please hit the like button, share that on Twitter. We're trying to have a little fun here today. All right, I'm about to be seeing you guys in real time in 3D. My man, Classic Love back. We ain't seen Classic Love in a minute, man.
That's been a while.
Yeah, Classic Love. So he was over in that week, that Meverse. Well, that boy would hit the like button, my damn. I'm telling you, I hit the like button, my damn self. All right, we right click copy. Peace. All right. So anyway, what do you guys want to talk about? We want to talk about Well, actually, as the room was filling up, I say the good stuff for last. Let's talk about the Engadget article where they're talking about maybe Microsoft. Hold up. Shout out to Stuart Stokes. He started already. Jay, Neff, you guys got to break Baron's legs. We're going to try to damn this, man.
We will. We he didn't show up last week.
He ain't trying to show up. That's what it is. He won't show up for a couple of months.
Yeah, he wants things blow over pause. You know what I mean? But we have an Engadget article floating around saying that Microsoft is poised to win next generation because of the consumer friendly things that they're doing behind the background, behind the scenes. Talk to me. What's this article about?
Before Kratos goes, because I know he's going to be on his fuck shit, I'll just go ahead and get this out of the way. So, shameless plug again, my live stream was partly about this article here. And I got to be honest with you guys, I don't like to lie or anything. So, as an Xbox guy, as someone who prefers the Xbox brand, and you may say I fanboy over it, I got to say this article was hyperbole at best. Like, there's nothing in this article to show why the Xbox would dominate the next generation, nor would they even have a good 2019. Look, if you want to dominate, you got to have compelling software. If you want to push your hardware, you got to have compelling software. And if you want to push your services, again, you're going to need compelling software. And while they do have these studio acquisitions, I don't expect to see much of them until the next generation. Who knows what they might put out. So I don't know if there's much validity to this article. While it does point out good things Microsoft has done, such as pushing for cross-play, making an adaptive controller, all those things are great and all, and they are great for the consumer, but they do not translate to having a company, having a brand suddenly dominate the market. As we can see, crossplay starting to happen. That's not turning out things for the Xbox. As we can see, the adaptive controller will be out soon, but I don't think that's going to necessarily turn around things. It's great. Don't get me wrong. I'm not making fun of those things, but as an Xbox guy, I don't see anything compelling in this article myself to be like, yeah, you know what? I think Microsoft's about to kill it because Crackdown 3, in my opinion, that is not the answer. Gears of War 5, hell yes, but can't wait for that, but that's about it. Now we can go ahead, J-Dubs, up try to pay these bills.
All right.
AP the Shooter with the $4.99. What's good, Z and panel? What's good to you, AP the Shooter? Y'all go ahead, Baron, with the triple BH move, laughing my ass off.
Oh, yeah, he's going to get this work.
He's going to get this work. Triple B style.
Yeah, just for you, man. Just a request for you. Well, I got to say, you know, again, it's one of those articles where you have to kind of look at the guy or the lady who wrote it. They can't quite possibly be gamers themselves. It seems like they just read up a brochure from Microsoft. And like, yeah, this sounds like some really good stuff, and they're poised to take over. She can't possibly have been in the know of what's been going on these last 5 years. And to a lot of industry analysts who said gaming was dead over and over, or the gaming industry is going to be free to play, or it's, you know, and all this stuff, they've all been wrong. One thing about gamers, they stay consistent when it comes to games. If you make a great game, the gamers will show up. If you don't, they will leave. And that has been for every generation since freaking ColecoVision. And that's not going to change now. There's no iPhone app or mobile targeting that's going to change that. There is no adaptive controller that's going to change that. There is no services they can provide you that's Netflix that's going to change that. So while I applaud Microsoft for finally correcting and doing what they should have been doing all along, it's great that they're doing it. Don't get me wrong. I think that would have been a great asset if they would have had that in the beginning. That would have helped lessen some of the blowback that they had originally. But at the end of the day, gamers are still going to say, hey, I need the bread and butter, which is the games. Why do these guys over here every week brag about these big blockbuster AAA exclusives? Why are all these people fancying themselves over Spider-Man, God of War, Horizon, and Last of Us? And all? Like, we want some of that. And I get it, right? I get it. A lot of the games that Microsoft has dropped, you know, minus Forza Horizon series, it's been lackluster. I mean, it's right now, I think Xbox is a meme to a lot of gamers into the industry. Even, you know, these media, you call it media bias, you want to, all these people, it's just there's nothing to really talk about. So from my perspective, I thought, like, you know, I agree 1,000% with Neith, but I do think that to say that they're poised to win next generation is you're overlooking what Sony has already showed 2 to 3 years ago. Right, you have to get over the hump. You have to get over The Last of Us 2, Death Stranding, Days Gone, and Ghost of Tsushima. You have to get over those humps, right? Those are big humps to get over. And then after that, you have to get over the VR hump. And then after that, you have to get over the other stuff that they're cooking, the stuff that we don't know about or they haven't talked about. And then you have to get over the PS5 when it comes. And then after that, you have to get over the sequels to God of War and Spider-Man and Horizon Zero. I mean, it's a huge fucking mountain to climb to say that they're going to win next generation based on an adaptive controller and some services. It's a reach by any stretch of the imagination, but that's my thought.
And I have to absolutely agree with you. And even as an Xbox guy, I gotta admit, unless if you have compelling software, you're not going to get over these hurdles just being consumer friendly. Yes, it's great for crossplay. Yes, an adaptive controller is great. Sony and Nintendo should try to get an adaptive controller out there. That is great for them, but it will not change around things, and that is the harsh reality. And AP the Shooter with the 199, Major Nelson and Post Up wrote this shit in Phil Spencer's house.
Let me ask you again. I guess, you know what I mean? And I go back, and not to keep beating a dead horse, but I sit back, bro, listen here. 2013, I remember me spearheading this whole Xbox side of thing over here, and, you know, coming out attacking the Sony guys left and right, Sony pony, you know, I was like taking over here with the hockey stick, right?
Yeah.
And then again, you know, making Sony out there selling fax machines and Chinese fans on Martin Luther King. I mean, I was out there cutting up. May Kratos forgive me for my sins. And yo, I ain't lying. Somebody slipped me the date rape drug, bro. I'm sitting back and looking at these lines 2 years, like, and I keep asking this question, bro. And I ain't get a legit answer from one of these fuck niggas yet. How did we end up here? You know what I mean? We can talk about Toni Morrison and who didn't believe in this but I got 19 guys. I got an adaptive controller. I got an elite controller. I got theme. I mean, like, listen. This one talking about when you have to be honest, right? Now, I hate the question anyone's integrity. Remember last year? It might have been a year. I don't even think it was a year yet. When I asked Phil about the direction, like, as far as the games, like the art style and what's coming out, like it's very, Nickelodeon. Yeah. And I remember on that same thread, when I would hate to. One day I'm gonna be messy. I'm gonna get in my bag, get me a drink. Once I go to the LQ, go to the liquor store, gloves is off, right? And me reading it, Phil, thank you for Lucky Tales and all this shit like that, right? And these same motherfuckers that was praising Phil for Lucky Tales, but called Lucky Charms, are, you know, when Next Gen is reaching with this Lucky Tale going to the Switch. Oh, I'm reaching now, right? Bro, I don't, man, you know, as far as next generation, you know, like I said, I don't believe giving them credit is something they should have been doing. It's like I said, me, you know, reward Maya for cleaning her room. Her room should be clean. That's just where that I was brought up. We're talking about a $1 trillion goddamn company. You know what I mean? Like, you know, good job, Microsoft. You tied your shoes. Yeah. I'll say this again, and they have yet to prove me wrong. Microsoft doesn't care about winning. I'm going to say this, right? It depends in terms of what winning is. You know what I mean? Like I said, you know, they make a lot of money doing what they do. Like I said, they have every software everywhere. We're just talking about old school, selling the most consoles, being dominant. They don't care about that. You know what I mean? They want their software everywhere. And maybe that's winning to them. You know what I mean? To be fair. You know what I mean? And just me being an old school console gamer, and just, you know, that doesn't really sit well with me. You know, it doesn't, you know. Maybe I'm just an old guard at the gate. Maybe, you know, maybe Sony has changed. Maybe they're just not more. I don't know. Like, I really don't know. So we got the madbox. We can talk about that next. We got the madbox. I don't know what the hell's they say tomorrow. Well, we'll bring a better you, a better me. I don't know what the hell's gonna come. You know what I mean? But I don't have any. Just because they're buying studios and all these acquisitions, you know, where's the game? Should we see some concept art? You know what? You know what I mean? I don't know, bro. Sorry. You know what I mean? I'm sorry if I'm not on that hype train. Said one time shame on you, next time shame on me. Listen, I done jumped that Kool-Aid for too long. Far too many years, bro. I ain't about to do that shit again, man. Oh, we got here.
Look, Z, I remember I remember you out there fighting a good fight from Microsoft and saying that those guys over at Microsoft said that they wouldn't give their competition a leg up on them in terms of hardware. So there was something secret that was going to come, something that they were going to do with the Xbox that was going to turn the tides. And years come, years gone. The cloud has come, the cloud is gone. And then, you know, I guess Phil finally came out and it kind of addressed it somewhat in a typical Phil fashion and say, you look, we were a little bit too, what do you call it? Presumptuous on, you know, we were a little bit too aggressive in what we were trying to do, and we had to scale some stuff back. I think that's kind of how he put it. That was basically saying, look, man, we were screwed up. You know, we tried to fight the good fight. We just didn't have the resources that we needed at the time, and we focused on the wrong thing, and we just got to ride this generation out. Then the X was, the Scorpio was announced, and then everybody's like, okay, this is it. The Scorpio, once it drops, it's over. You know, Microsoft can come back just like the PlayStation 3 came back. And then that same month, when the X did not win NPD, and reality kind of set in for a lot of people, then that's when to talk about, well, next generation, they'll have their shit together. So here we are. We may have, you know, I think next year we're going to, this year, I think we're going to see something from the PS5. If not launch, we're going to see it and know about it. But we're talking about within the next 24 to 36 months. That's quite a long time, Z. And to sit back and hope and pray that something comes along in terms of good quality software. Now, we know Gears is good. They're going to knock it out the park with that. That's one of those things we don't have to worry about, right? We never have to worry about Gears. We never have to worry about Halo. We never have to worry about Forza Horizon. Let's set that to the side, right? That's just like me saying, okay, Uncharted and the last stuff. We know those are big bangers. We know they're going to do great, you know. So it's not even bringing that up. But for the next 24 to 36 months, what are Xbox gamers going to be playing? Now, mind you, they just started building these studios. So these games are 3 to 4 years away. So I don't know why guys think that these games are going to be shown at E3 or anything like that, because that's not the case, guys. It's not. See, we have this big problem in the Xbox community. And that is, we kind of throw Microsoft out there in a shape or put them in a position that they can't possibly defend. They can't, you know, we're putting them in a box. Is basically you're saying, hey, you better do this or you're going to lose. You can't do that. You have to wait for them to say that they're ready.
Yeah.
You know, if they show up at E3 and they don't show anything from any of these studios, you can't be mad. They're just hiring. I mean, some of these studios are still building. They can't have something to show.
They don't even know what the hell they're building either.
Exactly.
Like, they're hiring people, but like, they don't even know what game they're making it. Because at the end of the day, I think Xbox fans have a really bad habit. The game goes to PlayStation fans as well, but they have some more justification, in my opinion. That we assume what they're going to do. We know what they're going to do. And we're like, well, I would do this if I ran the business. But at the end of the day, you're not looking at the actual patterns of how Xbox has been doing things this generation. Phil does not like to show anything early after his disasters. So he's definitely not going to show you what these studios are working on. The only potential thing you could see is that Game Ninja Theory's been working on since Hellblade, and we don't even know if that's exclusive or not.
Exactly. And that's a whole nother kink in the chain right there is, okay, even if they come out and they show you 50 trailers, which, listen, at this point, I'll take it. At least that gives me something, you know, show me some badass, snazzy trailer that may not have nothing to do with the game, but it shows a benchmark of, man, there's 50 games. Now, you remember 2 E3s ago, they showed 42 something games, and we don't remember any games from any one of them except The Last Light, which is going through some struggles right now. So, but let's call a spade a spade. None of the games or none of the studios that they build now are going to be ready until next generation.
So that's what the whole, you know, the wait to next generation, you know, and went from wait to E3. But I want to add something to, because we switched out. I want to add to something you said. The X came, right, and even though we were hyping the X,
It was gonna be a savior.
Yeah, you know what I mean. But the problem was when the X came, they launched it with Zoo Tycoon, Lucky Tales,
and PUBG.
We still haven't seen one exclusive, really. But
absolutely. And speaking of the X, Kratos brought up a great point. He says when the X was coming out, Xbox guys were like, "Oh, there's gonna be like the PS3 moment where they turn things around." But Kratos, how did they turn around things with the PS3? They didn't turn around with just new hardware. Yes, they had the Slim come out, but it's just the same thing. They turned around with compelling software. Uncharted 2 helped turn around the PS3.
Yep.
A game like Super Lucky's Tale or Zoo Tycoon, and they're going to turn around the Xbox. I'm sorry, it's not compelling software.
Exactly.
That was the issue.
That is, and see, listen, to tell you the truth, that is the point when they stopped investing in games for those several years, right? And the problem is they cancel a shitload of games, but then they never added to them. And so you had this 2 to 3 year of nothingness, and they're paying for it now because they have nothing for the next 2 to 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
And so we're
talking about games that didn't even announce that were canceled. Like, yes, you had your Scalebound Fable Legends canceled.
Fable Legends,
but there were countless games that weren't announced and they were also canceled.
Yes. So, see, here's the thing, right? I get it. Sony, Nintendo, everybody cancels games. Yeah. But when you cancel games, major games from your stable, and Fable was a mainstay. I don't care what anybody say. That was when you had your Halo, your Gears of War, Fable was right there. That was a lifelong Xbox thing. And it was,
and even won Game of the Years before. Fable was a big franchise at one point.
Exactly. And they never replaced it with anything. Anytime you cancel something, you better have a replacement for it. And they just
hit the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Hit the like button. We get about 170 jokes.
From that standpoint, they were never able to recover. Now, here's the thing: they've been trying for the last 2 to 3 years to fix a games problem, a software problem with hardware. You can never fix a software problem, a game problem with more hardware. And I hate to say it, guys, but they're talking about 4 new consoles coming next gen. I really hope they're not setting themselves up for that. For that whole theory again, because you're repeating the same thing. You are creating all of these hardwares, but all you needed was the software to make people happy. If they had compelling software, the Xbox One, the OG Xbox One, wouldn't have looked so bad. It wouldn't have been so bad. People can get over lower resolution. Look at fucking Switch. That shit runs at 360p most of the time. People can get over that. They can. If the games are there, they can get over it. Just the same way that the X has higher resolution than the Pro, but that's not necessarily, a lot of people don't care. But because you got the exclusive games that they want to play, the compelling games on the PlayStation side. So I hope they can fix the software problem. I think they got the hardware problem in the bag. I mean, that's never been a doubt. Microsoft has always, except last gen, had the most powerful hardware. So they're not doing anything new.
Yeah. And I agree and disagree. Like, I think them buying these studios, they know they're going to fix that software issue, so that'll come down the line. But yeah, I will agree. We don't know what they're putting out, so we can't put all our eggs in that basket quite yet. Now,
here's the $1 million question though. We all know Microsoft is going to put out 10 to 15 games next generation from these studios. They're going to crank them out. They're going to be making multiple games, multiple teams. We know that. So I think the software, the rollout of games, I think that problem is fixed. The problem is the quality of these games coming out and how will they be compared to the competition. Once Nintendo hits its stride and it's cranking out, with the Switch Pro and with its first party games that everybody's looking forward to, the new Luigi Mansion and all Metroid and all that stuff. Once they get cranking off, and then Sony has The Last of Us series, supposedly a new
Sony's Uncharted. On the roll over there. They're the ones to beat right now. But,
exactly.
And to look at the software, you just have to look at what these studios have made maybe recently. Like Ninja Theory, I think we can agree they have talent there. They did great with Hellblade. It was unanimously acclaimed and all that. And even Obsidian, with their Outer Worlds coming out, if that game does well, then we can assume they're going to keep putting out quality content. But things like the people who made that one game that's kind of like BioShock, what the hell was that? It was a multiplat.
We happy few.
Yeah, we happy few. That's shaky right there.
See that came out of this.
Yeah. The people who made Wasteland, I don't know what the fuck Wasteland was. That was the thing before Fallout, like the original Fallout. So I got no faith in that. And the other studios, I don't even know. Playground Games does fantastic with the Forza Horizon series, and I know the rumors they're making Fable or whatever. I hope they're good at Fable, because we keep saying they're making Fable, but we don't know if that Fable would be good. We don't know if that RPG will be good.
Yeah,
we just know they're working on something like that. And before I shut up, I'll just get the Ruham here with the $9.99. What's up, guys? Z, what's good, chat? Hit the like button before Post Up gets here and makes the show go left again, lol. Happy New Year, guys.
Yo, Ruham, what's up?
Hey, shout out, Ruham.
Okay, well, listen, I'm back. So, I'm sorry, I just got back to give my old lady my keys. Now, listen, we're speaking of next generation, right? Or, you have a few new players set to, or looking to throw their hat into the ring. There's rumors that Sega may get back into the business.
I hope not.
Google, with their, whatever it's called, I forgot what the name of their device is called. Oh my god, it didn't come to me.
We'll just say Project Stream or something.
No, they have a set.
Well, they're gonna have a Google box, right?
Yeah, a set type of hardware device, console-like device. And now we have the Madbox, who touting. Actually, bring the article up. Actually, somebody sent me.
It's by Mad Studios, the Project Cars series guys. Slightly mad. I'm a big follower of theirs. I've been Need for Speed Shift was one of their. Most of you guys know I'm a big racer, so I've been following these guys for a long time. They went off and made Project Cars 1, 2, and they're currently working on 3. Mm-hmm. Well, they're coming out with their own console. Mm-hmm. And this console is able to support VR, and it's able to do this. It's supposed to be the world's most powerful console. But of course, everybody's going to say their console is the world's most powerful console. From what I've read, it sounds like it's another PC box.
I was about to say, Chris. I'm looking at this thing. This thing looks like a fucking Steam box. I'm sorry. Yeah. It 100% looks like a Steam box to me. Yeah.
Well,
here's the Steam box, more features, but it looks like the idea of what the Steam box was. I wouldn't be surprised if it was just basically running off Steam either.
Exactly. And that may be a new avenue. What if somebody like them partner with Steam?
That happened last generation. Well, this generation, we saw how that worked out.
Hold up. No, I'm sorry. From what they're saying, it's not a Steam. Well, it's a console.
Yeah, but they call those Steam boxes consoles too.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. Hold on. Let me actually. Steam box. They didn't make their own hardware, and anything could have basically Valve was trying to hype their OS and put their OS, whatever. I forget. On whatever said device, it could have been anything. Could have been things. Actually, I'm gonna share the article here. You guys better see it in 1 second.
Our Xbox games going to this thing.
Hold on.
Maybe so.
I mean, it could be.
Hey, I did not expect Super Lucky Tail to come to the Switch anytime soon.
Hey, hold up, now,
the Xbox delegation would like to strike that game off the record.
Hey, the first of the year, they started out with an L. The first of the year.
It could be a W in my eyes. We struck the game off the record.
Hey, that's one less 68 rated game you got to deal with.
That was my idea.
Bring up. I sent you the article. Bring it up on your screen.
All right, I will bring it up. It was to buy GameSpot.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So I'll just read it from the beginning and just go over the boring stuff. So earlier this week, Slightly Mad Studio CEO Ian Bell announced his company was developing the Madbox, a new standalone video game console to rival the PlayStation and Xbox. Bell has now revealed a few more details about the mysterious platform, including how an early version of it looks. So, as you can see on Z's screen, that's how the early versions do look. He showed this thing on his official Twitter account, and the console resembles a PC with an M-shaped tower and Slightly Mad Studios logo etched on its side. According to Bell, the Madbox is very light and features a deployable carry handle on the top, so you can easily transport it. So mobility is key with this thing. I think that also alludes to it might be a PC-like, maybe like instead of your laptop, you can carry around this thing. Who knows? But he also says the system will talk to other Madboxes without cables. I'm going to read that again. He also says the system will talk to other Madboxes without cables. although he didn't elaborate any further on that.
Oh, shit.
Bell also claims this is the most powerful console ever built, featuring specs that will be equivalent to a very fast PC 2 years from now. Hold on. The feature specs will be equivalent to a very fast PC 2 years from now. Speaking with Variety, he said the system will support most major VR headsets and allow up to 90 frames per second per eye for virtual reality play. He also says the system will offer 4K visuals. Pricing and release date for the madbox is yet to be announced, but Bell says the system will be shipped worldwide in about 3 years and be competitive with upcoming console prices.
So
that's some ballsy stuff he said right there. He's saying from 2 years from now, it'll be like one of those fast PCs. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Because I assume this console would be irrelevant in about a year, and the PS5 and Xbox 2 would kick its ass, but it looks like this console isn't coming out too soon.
Yeah.
He's looking to straight up compete with them. That's interesting. That's ballsy, if you might add.
Here's the thing, right? In order for that to happen, he would have to have hardware that is far superior to the Xbox Scarlet and the PS5.
That's what I'm thinking. Like this guy is almost talking like having a 2070 or 2080 in there or something.
Exactly.
That's the way he's talking.
How is he going to be able to get it down to the same price as the Xbox One Scarlet and the PS5?
That's what I'm saying, Chris. Because when he says it's competitive pricing, he's probably like, "Oh, it'll be like $200 more." Like if this was $699, maybe. But I don't know if you could compete at that point. Floyd Mayweather with the $2. You should do a tech show with D and Mad's Gaming. Z. That was just.
I got. I've done stuff with him. I haven't spoken to Matt in a minute, but Matt's my man. I've got shows with him on this channel. Matt's my man.
Go ahead, J-Dubs.
Yeah. No, I was just saying the taken from that, the best thing that caught my eye was the wireless gaming between the PCs. And so is there some new tech that's out there that would create like an intra LAN wirelessly where you don't have to maybe some high speed Bluetooth or something like that? How is he able to do that?
I mean that's a way of looking at it, like just LAN but better. And I also thought maybe he was referring to perhaps streaming, maybe you have your Mad's Gaming box at your home, and then you go to where you have maybe another Mad's Gaming box or your friend's Mad Gaming's box, and you sign in and everything goes right to you. Maybe something along that, how they're communicating that way. But it could be the LAN thing, maybe, like a wireless LAN technology.
Oh, wait, hold on. My man Floyd said this is like a steam machine without wires. For what he's saying, it's not a PC. This is a console. What you know what I mean? It's a console. You know what I mean?
But that goes back to what Nito said.
Yeah, because they kind of refer to those boxes as consoles.
Yeah, why not just get a gaming laptop? And I mean,
well, here's the thing. Okay, now I'm gonna be honest for myself personally, as far as gaming on PC. I just prefer the simplicity of consoles. Don't want to game. I know games crash on consoles too, but you know what I'm talking about. I know even the term plug and play comes from PC, but I just like to sit on my ass, plug it in, ain't worry about no drivers. Everything's done for me. And that's there, you know what I mean? I don't want to worry about playing against mouse and keyboard, and that's on its way. I just like it plain and simple, everything in one ecosystem. Hey, hop on Battlefield on Xbox, just that and the other way, and third-party software to chat behind the scenes. I just like everything right there.
Yeah, you know what my thing about this, Kratos, even if it is what we assume a Steam box-like thing, the thing about it is, like, yes, it could be very powerful. Like, the Alienwares and stuff were very powerful back then. Yeah. But it's got to have software and so on to support it. Its OS has to be on point. Exactly. User functionality has to be on point because PC gamers like to mess around with their games. The idea of these boxes does not allow for that.
Exactly.
So you're already throwing away the PC gamer aspect, and if you really want a console casual person to go there, you have to give a lot of compelling stuff. Your services have to be on point. You have to have good exclusives. You got to do a lot for a console gamer.
Who is the target audience for this?
Yeah,
it looks like a PC. It looks like it's gonna have PC internals, and I hate to say it, but Xbox guys are Xbox guys, PlayStation guys are PlayStation guys, Nintendo guys are Nintendo guys. It's almost impossible to get those guys to go get something else. Yes,
especially something that's such a different
already,
entity.
Yeah. Now here's the thing. I know people say, well, Amazon and Google, they got all the money. Here's the problem, right? If all you can offer these guys is a bunch of multiplats, you're not giving them anything more than they already have with their current console. So I don't, even personally now, I don't understand how Amazon and Google are going to be able to come here and take me away from my PlayStation. I don't see. Price be damn. I mean, I get it, but most gamers have fucking unlimited budgets when it comes to their gaming habits. And maybe I'm just, I'm speaking for the hardcore. I know I'm not speaking for the uber casual or whatever, but gamers are gamers, and us gamers that have our Xboxes and our PlayStations, there is no amount of money that we won't spend. I mean, look, everyone spent $500 3 times for Xbox this generation and didn't wipe a tear or a sweat. Same with the PlayStation. We don't care. Bring it. Give us. We don't care how much it costs. Bring it. We just want it. But something brand new that has yet to be established that can't really offer us much more than what the next systems are going to do. That it kind of seems like it's dead in the water to me.
How about this?
Yeah, I gotta agree with that.
How about this, right? Now I'm gonna look at it from the opposite. Now, how this thing comes in at $500, right? Let's say if, because I don't, like I said, we talk about 4K native 60. I still believe that even next generation games are going to be 4K 30. You know what I mean? 60 for the multiplayer, 30 for the single player games like Assassin's Creed, this, that, and the other. Well, this thing can come give you 4K 60 on everything at a comparable price. $500. And it's leaps and bounds, technically, what the PS5 and the Xbox 2, Xbox Anaconda can do. You know what I mean? Here's the thing. I'm saying, what if they come in like the original Xbox, right? Just come in. I don't know who's backing this thing. You know what I mean? But they gotta have somebody with some deep pockets that are backing this. Come in, and again, and they're able to come in at the ground. They got all the multiplats, right? There's no petitions to get such, Red Dead on the madbox. They're getting everything day and date. Now, exclusive software wise, yeah, you know what I mean? What if it's free online? We just talking about what it could have, should have, you know what I mean?
Yeah. And that's a lot of what ifs, but I think we also have to kind of look at what's realistic. Okay. I can't imagine something that powerful being $500. I'm sorry.
They said
if it really could,
they said
only Microsoft would do it.
No, it's a business. And Microsoft and Sony not into passing their savings on us. You know what I mean? I remember came in and arguing down one show about, but they have a bigger hard drive. They ain't cool. You know what I mean? It's $500 because it's a big goddamn hard drive technology. It's cheap. You know what I mean? They're gonna make us. They're gonna squeeze the quarter to the equal screen.
Yeah, but there's no way they could take the loss on hardware and then do free online too. Like that's too much loss. You got to look at it from a business aspect of yourself. How much loss could they be taking?
There's a reason. There's a reason the PC is free when it comes to the online, right? Because the cost of entry is so much higher than it is in the consoles, where it doesn't have to be subsidized. And it has, you create all the components and it all mishmashes together, and you basically get to control how you want it and what you want it to do. You get to choose what operating system you want to install, whether it's Linux, whether it's
it's a free
Unix, or whether it's Windows. You get to do that. Now, I don't know. It's not being curated by something. Now, these guys, I don't know, man. It's kind of far-fetched. I'm glad I'm not invested.
Yeah, exactly. And J-Dubs, to your point from earlier about Amazon and Google, if they're coming into the whole scenario, that is a good point. How could they pull you away? But at least with Amazon and Google, it's feasible to imagine they could buy up a bunch of studios because they have those type of pockets. I can't imagine these guys right here buying up anything.
No. Okay, now again,
to be realistic.
Okay, all right. I'm looking at the glass being half. Now, what if the Xbox and the PlayStation 5 are not as powerful as we think? What if they just maybe they're just packing a GTX 1070 equivalent to that, right, in 2020?
Yeah, I could imagine that.
That wouldn't be a problem. I'm gonna tell you why.
Okay.
Look at the games that you have played this generation on a old ass Jaguar CPU.
I get it. Hey, I get it. I'm trying to tie it together for you now, right? Now, what if again they're giving us the equivalent? I don't know much about AMD cards, but equivalent to a GTX 1070 in these quote unquote next generation consoles, right? And so down from they're going from Jaguar. Now you might get Puma, right? Whatever the fucking case may be, $500, right? $500. We are talking about these janky ass.
No, realistically, yes.
Be realistic here, right? You might get some, the Puma, little souped up Puma cores. I say custom. You might get some custom Puma. You might get some custom Pumas, right? Check it out, right? Now and again, and theoretically,
Navi elements.
Exactly.
Yeah, with Navi elements, right? Elements in the background. But some of your stuff, right? And they say and when you open that box, they say everything is cool in moderation.
In moderation.
Power is cool in moderation, right? Now the madbox come out and it's essentially a mirror GTX 1080, right?
Yeah.
In 2021, you know what I mean? They can put that bitch out for $500, you know what I mean, and not take too much of a hit, which is equivalent to, more or less, you know what I mean? And still hold true to what they say being the most powerful console and coming in at a $500 price point.
Okay, Z. What I said earlier when we were talking about the other topic about Microsoft having a big mountain, the big mountain that these guys are going to have to climb, Amazon and Google are going to have to climb, and anybody else, they're going to have to climb that big mountain of Metroid, Luigi Mansion, the next new Mario, the next Uncharted game, the next The Last of Us goes through. They're going to have to climb those mountains in order to even get a foot in the door. Because think about it, the multiplats right now I think we're kind of satisfied with what we're getting right now for the most part. You got Red Dead running at 4K on the X. Everybody's raving about that. You got God of War looking good, playing good. Spider-Man playing good. The next generation, I don't think Microsoft and Sony has to do much, right? They just have to boost the power up just a little bit more to make sure that everything is stable and keep giving you the bad AAA games that you're asking for. So it's a hard sell, bro. It's like trying to sell me. I'm used to a Toyota or a Honda or a Ford or a Chevy, and you got some new car called Dr. Pepper that is introduced, and just because the price is cheap and it has a fast engine, thinking I'm gonna swap. Like,
Kratos, I mean, realistically, me and you are hardcore gamers, and we're having a hard time imagining buying this thing. Just imagine the casual gamer. Who the fuck is getting this? Like,
hey, I'm gonna tell you now, they would have to sell this shit at Walmart, and at Family Dollar.
They sold the Steam boxes at Walmart. What do they do? Sit on the shelves and die?
Exactly.
Oh, well, hold on. AP the Shooter with the $4.99. This madbox is the new generation, Z. Come on, man. Z, you guys don't fucking know tech. Man, D's voice.
I'm gonna say, you guys don't know tech, man. You can't tell me I have life experiences, man. You gotta watch that episode. My man D had that Captain Coon came from. What was that show? The Soldier Boy show? D bitch came with that bitch Captain and Coonin.
Yeah. Hold on, J-Dubs. I don't know if you ever watch someone like named Linus Tech Tips or whatever. He's all over.
I do. I watch Linus.
Okay, yeah, I like his videos. So, how many times does he show you a Chinese knockoff of a Samsung phone or an iPhone?
Exactly.
And do those things ever blow up? Like, be real. This shit almost looks like a Chinese knockoff or something.
Hey,
listen, bro.
But this is what I'm saying. Like, listen.
I'm going to Madbox
right?
next generation.
Let's say China and Taiwan. Contract. They make all of the iPhones. They make all of the Samsung. Between those two, they make these right in that same factory.
And they're cheaper.
Exactly. In the same factory, they're making knockoffs or just no-name ones of the same version, same quality, same everything. But Z, would you, instead of buying an iPhone, would you buy a My Phone? If it looks the same, acts the same, would you do it?
Depends on how my money. I'm asking. Depends on how my money looking. My phone, iPhone.
Like what's the most famous one? The 6 Plus or whatever. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Like One Plus. Yeah, the One Plus.
The One
the most popular.
Yeah. Hey, listen. Like I said, I'm a man of very little means and very little integrity. Depends on that motherfucker. How the super chat flowing and how my money looking, bro.
Hey, like he said, you might as well get the Soldier Phone.
Yeah, the Soldier Phone, for real. But
yeah,
all
exactly,
I'm saying,
Gary Tone, look at the Soldier box.
Hey, yo, all I'm saying at the end of the day is, right, I remember they laughed at Microsoft with them entering, still had Sega, when Sega just left, you had Nintendo, you had Sony, and they came in like the little engine that could. You know what I mean? I don't know who's backing these motherfuckers. You know what I mean? But he out there talking that big take little bang. I'm just saying, if
that was Microsoft, that was the world's most popular company at that time, able to come in. That's a whole different thing. That would be like if Google came in, right?
What about this?
They would start.
What about this?
When Google and Amazon come in, they're going to start just like Microsoft did back in the day, right? They're going to come in, find out it's tough. They're going to get their ass kicked, but they may re-up, and for the next time, they may do well. But that first time, they get their ass kicked.
But listen, Chad, how about this? What if it's Amazon or Google? Here we go. There's an ultimate timeline here. Backing the Madbox. Ooh.
Could be.
If it was, I got faith in that thing now. I know they got some serious backing. But and the alternate universe, that's about it.
Hey, but you wouldn't call it the Madbox because nobody knows what Madbox is, but you know what Google Box and you know what Alexa and you know what all that stuff is. Trust me, they want you to know.
Too, Kratos, with Amazon and Google coming to this thing, what they do really well is packaging in their devices with random shit. Like Google, if you buy the new Samsung S10 or whatever, get this Google shit with it. They're going to throw their streaming boxes, their consoles with these things.
Yeah.
That's how they can get those boxes into people's homes.
Exactly.
All I'm saying is, man, this Madbox, man, he talking about most powerful. Listen, talk that shit, Chris. Your ass gonna buy one. This bitch come out, you buy one. You talk all that shit. Your ass is buying
I'm not gonna be out here like your boy Rich Review Tech and Dreamcast got here hyping up the. I'm not gonna be buying this stuff, reviewing it and stuff like that. But this is what I gotta say, right? Mm-hmm. I'm not knocking these guys for what they're going to do. I personally think it's going to fail because I just think they're targeting their audience and people just they just don't understand who gamers are, man. We won't change. They keep trying to project what gamers want and what gamers going to do. They can't. At every time, it's always about the games. And then what I want to say too is we've been promised over and over, this is the most powerful console. This is the next big thing. What happened to the Atari system? That was supposed to be the next big thing.
I forgot the
Atari. I know. I don't know who the fuck said that.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, everybody's going to make these promises until they run into Nintendo and Microsoft and Sony and get chin checked into reality. Gamers just stick with what they know. And I honestly think, yes, there's a market for other people. But throughout history, there's only ever been 3 in the market at a time that has ever been able to maintain. And all 3 have been fighting with each other. And it's always been Sega, Nintendo, and then Sony came in.
Right now, they're just being kicked in the stomach and shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I said, we're going to see, man. Moving right along, The Last of Us 2. Shout out to my brother, fuck nigga Maz. Said it's riddled with the microtransactions. He want to hear what you ponies got to say about that. Last of Us 2 being riddled with microtransactions. You can buy the most powerful gun.
We don't necessarily know there's microtransactions, but just assuming there will be. What do you guys think? Do you think they'll have loot boxes, or will they get rid of loot boxes? Do you think it'll be strictly cosmetic? How do you think that's going to play out?
I got the link here.
Yeah, they say they have a store, an in-game store.
Yeah, but I mean that could mean a lot of things.
Yeah, that could be. I mean, you earn points. You spend those points, but again, it's you read an article and you just run with it. You just assume that this is what it is.
Mm-hmm. But just going off the first game, do you think they're going to change it?
No, I don't think they're going to change it. But even if they did, who gives a fuck? This is The Last of Us 2, the most anticipated game in history. So who cares? I hate to say it. If this was any other company, maybe. But let's face it, none of this stuff is going to stop the anticipation of The Last of Us 2. It's just, listen, people, whenever they want something, they're hyped about something, there's no bad news or no that could stop it. It's just, as gamers, we are hypocritical about that. If it's a game we don't care about, then we'll outrage. But if it's a game come on, like if it was Red Dead or if it was Spider-Man or something, nobody cares.
I mean, they cared about puddles for Spider-Man, to be fair, but okay, well, to be fair, I mean, the first Last of Us supposedly had guns behind a paywall, but in my opinion, I don't think Last of Us 2 is going to do that, and I don't even think they're going to have, loot boxes. I think they're going to get rid of that just because of, the bad press about loot boxes in general, and even the government's looking into that shit now.
I'm going to see the link. Now.
Yeah.
All right, hold on,
I mean, in my opinion, I imagine it's just gonna be like a system where you can just buy something directly or use endgame points to buy it directly. Okay. I don't know if there's gonna be an RNG system or not.
Well, you can buy shit on the last. How does the Last of Us work? You can buy shit up there, right?
Apparently, there's like some certain guns behind paywalls.
Yeah.
All right, here you go. Now,
I haven't personally really played The Last of Us multiplayer too much to really know. That's why I say supposedly.
Yeah. Oh shit! I just spilled my damn Red Bull on my keyboard. Hold on 1 second. I got nervous there. Hold on. There we go. Bam.
Oh! You know what? Shout out to Seth in the chat. He said people bought Grand Theft Auto 5 twice just so they could get those points and stuff like that. He said this is another story.
Fact. People
I agree.
Grand Theft Auto just to get the bigger shark card. That happens.
Exactly. It was cheaper to buy Grand Theft Auto again to get the more shark cards than it was to buy with the in-game currency and your money.
Right.
So
you got the article now? You got the article now?
I'm looking. You sent my DM?
Yeah.
No, it's up on the screen right now.
I'll put it in your DM. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Super chat. Shout out to McNeil, Chris J.
Flat
$5. Yeah. He said that fuck nigga Mass clearly ain't played none of the Naughty Dog's multiplayer, The Last of Us and Uncharted. Both had microtransactions, were only skins for characters and guns.
Oh, so it's not pay to win.
Hey, shout out to Mass, but Porter Rock did do you bad. He went and checked your Uncharted and The Last of Us online references, and sir, they were zeros, so therefore you have to hold the L.
Wait, what Mass ain't play the game?
So Porter Rock and Mass is going at it, and Porter Rock asking for seats. He asked him for his gamer tag. Not his gamer tag, his PSN ID. And Mass gave him the PSN ID, and Porter Rock went and looked, and basically he hadn't played online. So. Oh
man, hey Mass, you need to defend yourself, man. Self fuck nigga RD. Yo, they caught my man, fraud on the boulevard.
Yeah.
My posse's on Broadway. Bam, bam.
Hey, that's when he started blaming them. Oh, I didn't play it because it has bad AI. The AI was.
He said, I didn't play it because I couldn't stand the dual shot 3. Hey, man, smell like this, man. Man says in the chat. He said, I ain't play it because the dual shot 3 battery kept dying, man.
Hey, he said he only played it in moderation.
Yeah. Last of Us. A little. Didn't matter. Besides, the little one was upstairs. I couldn't play The Last of Us.
Hey, Matt say he doesn't like The Last of Us because it has bad AI.
Hey, Nick, you got the article now?
Yeah, I got the article here.
Yeah, bring it on.
Alright, so from Logan Moore, this article came out 7 hours ago. So details on Naughty Dog's Last of Us Part 2 have incredibly been sparse since the game's showing at E3 2018, but the information has been even more sparse in regards to the multiplayer aspects, yada yada yada. The Last of Us Part 2 will contain multiplayer known as factions, but that's about as much knowledge as we have on the aspect of the title at the moment. That is until a new job listing appeared. Near the end of 2018, Naughty Dog posted a variety of new openings at its studio, and one of those positions just happens to be an associated with The Last of Us Part 2's multiplayer. The opening, which is specifically for multiplayer server programmer, offers not only details on the roles, blah, blah, blah. According to the description of the job, The Last of Us Part 2's multiplayer will offer rewards that players will then be able to use to customize their characters. Additionally, there is a mention of an in-game store, which will likely be where you can purchase more of these cosmetic items or alter your current character's appearance.
See?
And considering Naughty Dog's most recent multiplayer venture with Uncharted 4, A Thief's End, which also contains character customization, it shouldn't come as a major shock that this will again be seen here in The Last of Us Part 2 as well. Still, with how lacking in news there has been on the multiplayer of the game, it's exciting to learn that the smallest pieces of information and yada yada. So it really doesn't say microtransactions, or even if it does, it's alluding to maybe cosmetic stuff.
It's been in every Uncharted game. I mean, in Last of Us game, y'all know that, right?
Yep. Shout out to
McNeil Chris with the 199. His drunk ass frauding left my ass off. He's referring to Mass.
What's up, Manhattan? Well, you know what I mean? You know, I'm just saying, my man.
Chilling, man.
Yo, what up? Hey, shout out to Heath Stevens in the chat. He said Mass has life experience with Uncharted.
Hey, Showstopper. I didn't know Showstopper was in here. Oh shit! The hell going on with Show?
Shit.
No, that was my hand. You had to take care of that.
Okay.
Show keeps lagging. I don't know what's happening with them.
Well, anyway, I guess they get back in. So you know what I mean. So it doesn't have. Now here's the thing. I'm kind of like, I'll give you an example. I don't like the way it's set up on Gears of War. If I'm gonna pay my money or whatever, let me buy what the hell I want. You know what I mean?
Exactly. I don't buy specific items.
I don't. If I want a character, let me buy that character, or whatever the case may be. I don't like the fact that I'm gambling and spending money and I can't get what the hell I want. Now that I don't like. But if you want to,
you do appreciate the free content.
What you mean?
Like how the maps in Gears of War are free, at least in the multiplayer aspect, due to the microtransactions. Yeah. So like, there's no season pass with Gears of War unless if you want to do those stupid custom games. But the multiplayer, all the maps are free.
Oh, if you're doing a custom rate, because I ain't got all the maps.
Exactly. Custom games is different. I don't know why they did it like that. But that's the same case with Halo 5. All the maps are 100% free. Though I will say, if they keep microtransactions but get rid of the loot box, the random nature of it, and you can just buy the specific thing you want with real currency or in-game currency, I think we can get with that. Yeah. So if you want a sweater, you can either pay $4.99 for the sweater, or you can pay 10,000 V-Bucks or whatever the fuck you would use it. Call it.
Can y'all hear me now?
We can hear you, Show.
Okay.
Show, pass the show. We can hear you pass the show. Deacon Show, talk to us.
Oh, well, nah, let me go. I was about to go, Your Honor, allow me to dictate my wisdom.
What up,
the movie off of?
More money, yeah.
But, you know, what y'all was talking about? Uncharted?
Yeah, Uncharted, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's been in the games for forever, and that it really don't affect the game, so I don't know why somebody would bring that up.
Yeah, here's the thing, right? It's just like racing games that I play, right? Most of them, you know, you can race, save your points, and buy and unlock the cars. Yeah. But there's always been options too, where if you wanted to unlock specific cars from the start or anytime you want, you can, you know, either buy the points or buy the specific car, and I like that. Sometimes I don't want to have to race a bunch to race with that one car, and I'm fine with that as long as it's not intrusive. If they tell me, if they were like EA with the whole Battlefront stuff, where you would have to play for 6 months just to be able to unlock a character. Now that's bullshit. You know, EA was trying to bend us over, but in this aspect, if it's cosmetic, if it doesn't give you, day one, you just unlock all the guns. Somebody paid $20 and unlock all the guns, beasting in the game while everybody else struggling. That is when it becomes not so fair, and I get that.
Listen, I'm playing Assassin's Creed Odyssey right now, and they got microtransactions.
Yeah. Yeah,
I mean,
here's another thing too, Show.
Wait, hey, Showstopper. Hey, Show, I know I ain't beat your ass so back. You back on the one and done's, is you?
Man, stop this.
Oh, shit, my bad. I'm showing out right now. Hold up. I'm showing out right now. Hold up, Show, my bad. Beat that nigga ass so bad that he out back on the one and done's. He said, "Oh man, I'm gonna stick to what I know." I'm sorry. I'm sorry, good brother. Show what happened. I'm sorry.
What's up with you, though?
Hey, thanks, man.
But yeah. I'm playing Assassin's. I always been into Assassin's Creed though. Zaire, that's been my stuff. But I've been gaming that, and that had microtransactions in it. I mean, I always had, you know. So, but it don't affect the game. So if you want a certain thing, like, you don't have to buy those things if you don't, like, they give you quick time savers in there where you can buy like wood. You know what I'm saying? Little objects and everything like that. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah.
Okay, I had to put a pause on. You can buy some wood. I had to put a pause.
Oh no, man.
I had to put a pause on that one.
You can buy all the little different things that you need for crafting and purchasing upgrades for your weapons and for your bow and arrow and everything. So that's why you need the wood. But it always been in the game. So if they're using it kind of like how they're using it, where you really don't need it, you can go and hunt and scour for it, but it take a long time, or they give you like quick time savers to kind of help you out. That's fine. But if they're using it to where it's full of it to where the game is you just need it for just almost everything, that's ridiculous. So I don't know how they saying it's being used. So
yeah, and real quick, just made me pay the bills. Showstop, there's actually for you, McNeil Chris J with the $4.99. Show coming fresh off the Super Lucky's Tales, going for the max achievement score, and he pre-ordered it on the Switch. Law, what up?
Yeah, that's right. I pre-ordered it for the Switch. I got it on everything. Y'all right? You know what I'm saying? I'm doing the next gen. I was wrong this whole console generation. The Nintendo Switch. It's the best console ever made. I need my Marios. I mean, Zaire got about 4 Marios. I'm at 5 or 6. But anywho, you know, I mean, this Lucky Tales is, like I said, it's just a platformer, man. I don't dig no more into it than that. So it is what it is. Let's go. Where y'all at?
Yeah. Oh shit!
But what are your experiences with, like, you know, Uncharted and Last of Us multiplayer for you guys? Like J-Dubs, you're a Sony guy, so how much do you enjoy that? And so
I've played. Listen, I've played it, but again, it's not my cup of tea. I played it for the single player experience. Yeah. I didn't, to tell you the truth, I didn't quite get into the whole multiplayer. I played it for a little bit, and it was okay, but again, I love my one and dones for the story experience.
Oh, so we're gonna pull up your service record? What you saying there, J-Dubs?
Well, you heard what I said. I said I don't play the multiplayer. So yeah, you see, when you see my experience, that motherfucker gonna be close to mass, and I'm telling you that now. I'm nervous. You would never
hey, for the mass, but don't you dare look at my record.
No, you can look at the record, but I'm telling you, it's going to be little to existent. Because I don't. Those games are not my That's not why I play those games. I play it for the single player experience. Obviously, I'll beat all the games, but that's why I don't. That's why this here doesn't really apply to me, because I'm not that type of gamer. Yeah. Like the games that I play multiplayer online are mostly shooters. And this is while it has a shooting multiplayer in it, it's not really. I wouldn't classify it as a shooter. This wouldn't go against Gears, or it wouldn't go against.
Hey, you better watch your mouth.
You think it wouldn't?
I'm saying it wouldn't. No, it wouldn't to me. Now that's my personal opinion. I'm a pony.
Kratos. Now I'm gonna tell you, I don't hear a whole lot of clickers come at your boy and sit here and say that's the best multiplayer.
Yeah, I'm about to say you were working on.
Hey, you know when I'm in damage. Hey, when I'm in damage control mode, I'm with my boys. The best. Goddamn it.
Hey, but they come out and they said, "Man, this is the best multiplayer ever." It's killing me.
I remember. I know you heard me out there saying
this is the best thing to be made with hooves. I'm sorry.
Yeah, what happened on Twitter? Pony's like, "Yeah, the Gears has the best multiplayer," and he got hordes coming at him. Like, what you talking about? The Last of Us and Uncharted multiplayer.
Hey man, they came at your boy, man. They came at your boy, man.
Listen. Like, wow. To be fair, when that argument comes up about Sony not having any multiplayer games and needing a multiplayer shooter,
yeah,
I don't. You know, I've never been that staunch defender in that. I just kind of let it ride. Because they do focus on the single player games. Now they do have some multiplayer games such as The Last of Us and Uncharted, but those are really not. I wouldn't really quite classify those as being in that genre. But MLB, I mean, that's a multiplayer sports game. I mean, I would use that. But the Uncharted and The Last of Us, that may be to fight. Those are single player games that just so happen to have a multiplayer on there.
Quick, $4.99. Has a higher learning curve. You can't just pick it up and go.
No, it does. Ain't gonna lie.
No.
Yeah.
You can't pick up Gears and just play it. To be real with you, that shit is tough.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna say this. There's a lot going on in Uncharted and in The Last of Us. Crafted bombs. It is, you know. Gears, to me, it takes a high skill level. That's not as easy as you think. For those,
you have to realize just because the game looks easy doesn't mean it is.
Nah, ain't nothing easy about Gears.
But look, Uncharted, but you got to realize there is more than it is Gears.
Yeah,
Gears, you're on the ground. Uncharted, you swinging everywhere.
Yeah, it's a lot going on.
Rolling around everywhere.
That's what I say. It's a lot going on in Uncharted.
And see, it's two totally different things, and that's why I'm not so quick to try to compare the two or combine the Sony multiplayer type games in the same category as everything else, because it's not. It's just I can't explain it. It's just not.
Yeah, but while there is a lot of things going on in those multiplayers, like the Gears combat, that's not something you can fuck with. You gotta learn that shit.
Yes. No. You're right. You're right. There's no fucking
start off in the boot camp.
There's no auto lock on and stuff like that. Whereas
you start off in the boot camp.
Yeah, I ain't lying. I got my teeth stomped out there, goddamn, in that Gears.
I remember when Zaire started off with it.
Yeah, that was bad.
He was hanging back. He was sitting there like, y'all get him.
yeah, for real. I was in that backpack for real. They was out there killing me. Backpack. I remember we stopped out Moochie Crap team. Moochie Crap was mad. Well, see, you ain't do nothing. Listen, I got a squad to kill some nigga.
Zaire was hanging back like,
you ain't lying, Jack. I can hold my own now, though, before
then look. He'll take off a sneaker person. He'll run and try to ask him like, "Oh, we got stays on."
Yo, I was dog shit.
Zaire would just like ask him.
Yeah, yo, for real. I come there for the victory games. I told y'all, fuck niggas. I got niggas in my driveway. Yo, I ain't lying. I was listen on some real shit though. I want to ask you a question. So that's how I was able to pick up more Battlefield and learn it. I ain't gonna lie, Gears. As far as shooters moving fast and quick, that's how I was able to learn like Battlefield so quick. You know what I mean? I've been playing it for like 2 weeks. I never really played the Battlefield ever, and I go out that bitch and put up 18-2 on the humble, like nothing. You know what I mean? You got your good days and your good matches, your bad matches.
I'm more of a duty person than I am a battle.
Well, if I play that, I'll play that too. I just listen. Show I'm telling you, gotta play with that motherfucking battle. That sound, bro. That shit is like. Manic, I'm dying. Oh gosh, I'm bleeding out. Like that shit.
Yeah, you gotta know
Battlefield has the realistic war simulation going forward.
That should be
Call of Duty. It's all about how quick your fucking thumbs are. It's twitch shooter. Whoever's the quickest with the thumbs are the winners. That's just what it is.
Yeah, I prefer that Battlefield.
And the Elite controller don't hurt.
Oh yeah, that you know what I mean. But let me ask you a question so we get the hell up out of here. What are your thoughts about this madbox?
About the madbox?
Yeah.
Was this Valve pushing this out?
No. Project Cars developers are getting slightly mad. You know, Project Cars. They're saying it's stated to be more powerful than the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox, whatever, and the kind of Scarlet Xbox 2. It's not a PC; it's a console at a competitive price. I'm saying $500. What are your thoughts about this? 4K.
I think it's a little too late.
It's not coming out until let's say 2021.
3 years.
Even in that, it's a little too late. A lot of things is changing in gaming.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of ways we function with gaming is changing, and consoles is not going to be what it used to be. You know what I'm saying? And what I mean by that is, everybody going to this service route. Even Sony gonna go the service route too. You know what I'm saying? And it's really providing a service, and the services is going to be their platforms. The device that you play on, you're going to still be able to own these devices, but they're going to look at them as devices, not as consoles like we used to have. You know what I'm saying? Where they hold everything and how we function as console gamers, all that stuff is about to change for us. So I just look at it as, it's a little too late because.
How about this though? Let me give you an example. What if it comes out same price as the PlayStation 5, as the Xbox, whatever, and it has much better graphics?
But it ain't got no hype around it. You know what I mean? Like it's nothing tied to it to send it worldwide.
They have to build themselves up from scratch.
They got to build. It's like building from the ground up. Like don't get me wrong, Valve tried this. You know what I'm saying, with the Steam boxes and everything like that. Yep. You know, they came in and they sitting here saying this is gonna be the console killer, and they was trying to get everybody on PC and all this little trash, and it did not work. They sent out about 9 of them pups, and nobody bought none of them hardly. You know what I'm saying? So it was just, I think you have to have a backing. Like now, if they get on with Amazon or Google or somebody like that, and this is their device that they're pushing, it probably will have a chance. But if it's just them, bruh, you know what I'm saying, it's gonna be far. Only people that's gonna really buy it is those that's like hardcore that knows of them. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And then it'd be a threat. But right now it's too much of a baby right now. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I just don't think, to the Giants, the 3 Giants that's in it, you know what I'm saying, it's not going to be enough. It's just not going to be enough.
The only way this thing is going to be successful, right, is if they target the lower end PC market, the guys who are not technical, they really don't want to spend a lot on the PC, but they are kind of like a little bit higher than a console gamer. If they go for that niche area right there, a lot of people like to customize the lights on their computer and stuff like that. But they also have like a AMD 480 or 580, some low end type GP gaming. It has to fit that threshold. If not, the PlayStation guys are going to turn their heads on it. The Xbox guys are going to turn their heads, and obviously Nintendo guys are not even in the running or looking for a device like that.
Then you gotta look at it from different regions. You know what I'm saying? And every region is different. Like in Japan, that stuff ain't gonna sell nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So they really trying to get here. But even here, the 2 dominant brands in the console space is PlayStation. Well, 3 dominant brands.
Yeah.
PlayStation, Xbox, and Nintendo. You said the low end PC guys. You know what I'm saying? That's what consoles is there for.
Well, I mean, the guy that is. So he wants slightly more than what a console can give him.
But see, that's the avenue that they shooting like with the next devices. I think they're gonna go a lot more
towards PC type.
For PC type. Like let's give you a prime example. Look at the Xbox One X. Yeah. It's already doing 4K 30. The next ones we talking about 4K 60.
The Pro is too, so I just,
shit. Okay,
I just want to let you know,
talk that shit, Kratos.
1440p.
Yoshida contract.
Anyway.
Hey, Microsoft said 4K is anything above 1080p all the way to 2160. So
1440p checkerboarding. But anywho,
you stupid.
Let me get back to my topic. This is Wendy's. We selling our 1440p checkerboard.
hey, it's crazy how Xbox.
Their advertising was "Welcome to the world of dynamic 4K."
Exactly. It's crazy how Xbox made checkerboard fashionable, but when PlayStation did it a whole year before it, that was trash, right? Right?
No. When Xbox did it, y'all sat there and said that was not true 1080p. Remember when Xbox was doing it with 1080p? We got to keep it clear. Y'all sat there and was like, "No, they doing some type of special rendering technique."
That was Quantum Break taking 3 2080p pictures and mashing that shit together, trying to give you a fake.
But it was dynamic scaling. You know what I'm saying? It was that.
Like Digital Foundry said, at the end of the day,
checkerboard rendering.
They called it a blurry. It looks like porridge. That's what they said. They said it was a blurry mess. It looked like porridge.
But at the same time, they got dinged for that because it was not native. Y'all was all on the native.
No, listen, that is true. But I'm gonna tell you this. And you have to admit it. Majority of games that are on the X are not native. Now, just because you got Red Dead, which is one game, right? Just because you got a couple more that are native, that does not make that necessarily.
Define what you mean, couple, because I'm counting at least about 10 or 20 of them pups.
Okay, you call 10. How many games on the X? Let me ask you this: how many games have Xbox released?
Oh shit! The like button.
How many games have Xbox released? Maybe 600. You talking about 20? Okay, so 20 compared to 600. That means a few, sir.
What we sitting here saying in the terms of what we're saying in everything. So
but show
third party. That's
you spent the whole year just like I was, right? Sitting here listening to 4K 60 uncompromised talk and all of this.
No.
Yeah, no. Don't.
Hold on. Let me tell you because they did not ever say 460. They never said 4K 60. Show me that.
They said the finest pixels.
They said finest pixels.
The finest pixels.
4K uncompromised. They never said anything about frame rate.
Okay, 4K uncompromised. Well, the system is already compromised because it has the majority of games is not in 4K, sir.
Well, it just came out.
Microsoft.
Where you going? You going all the way back from everything?
Microsoft even went as far
everything that came out now.
Listen.
4K.
Microsoft even redefined what 4K means. They even gave it a range. That was anything above 1080p to 20.
That's not what I'm asking. The games since the X been dropped.
Yeah.
The game system, not the games that was coming prior to it being dropped. The games from the release since it's been out, has they not been 4K?
Well, let's see the games that have came out, right?
Okay, go ahead, name it out.
See if I mean all of them been 68 rated, so we can go with that standard.
Shit.
Right? We can just say all the 68.
Keep your
Kratos are 4K. I'll give you that.
Keep your Metacritic. We know how y'all like numbers. And y'all crazy about Metacritic. Have you played the game?
Oh shit.
Yes.
I
own them all.
No, he has.
Okay. That's what I'm talking about. At least if you played it and you think it's trash, I can respect that.
Yeah,
but if you're going off of Metacritic,
no,
sitting here throwing a number out there to your boy,
hey, if it's one thing about Kratos, right? One thing you will not catch Kratos lying about.
Trash.
If I'm trashing the game, you better know that I know Nethos is coming, therefore I have already bought the game. And I have already cleared my L status because I know he was coming. So trust me.
Nethos is coming.
You must humble yourself, man.
Go ahead,
ignorant to the facts.
Go ahead, Needles.
Oh, okay.
Parker with the 199. What's good, panel?
Yeah, what's going on, Parker?
What up, Mr. Parker?
Hey, what we get on tonight now? We get on tonight.
Battlefield, let's go.
All right, ladies and gentlemen.
Meta class.
Wait, ZZ. I got one more thing.
What's up?
This SOCOM. Have you guys heard about that?
Yeah, that guy Tad's got that from us.
Yeah, I'm about to say he does that every day.
He took that from my show.
Yeah. Okay. I didn't know, but I heard about it.
No, he got it from us.
Yeah, every year it comes up, and what do you guys think? You guys think that?
Here's my thing: SOCOM needs to come back. That's a great pillar for PlayStation.
Yeah. That'll finally get people off their backs about this whole not having.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That you could have that one service game. You need only one or two of them, honestly.
Yeah. The only problem is the third party does it so well.
Yeah. Well, I mean that Ghost Recon Wildlands did well, and I think that game is dog shit. So if you do better than that, there you go.
But that's Ubisoft. I mean, by the way, that was my 17 game of the year. That was my personal.
Oh God,
20. It was. I love it. Yeah,
I liked it.
Man, that game's trash.
And only because it was my SOCOM replacement. It made me feel like
Yeah, SOCOM's you that better.
Splinter Cell, I liked it. Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mr. Parker with 199. The X and Pro are compromised 4K systems, and that is true.
Facts.
Yeah. They both are.
At least one of them never necessarily promised you 4K. They gave you techniques that they were going to use to achieve.
No. They promised.
Mark Turney out here. We can make this shit 12 T-flops.
No, he said 8.4 T-flops, sir.
He said 8.4 T-flops.
Rapid pack math, motherfucker.
Okay, AP the shooter said he get on one tonight. Listen, here go the link right now over to Twitch. We're going to be there in about 2 minutes. Come over, we bring all the foolishness and fuckery.
Hey, hold on, you get your Xbox back, J-Dubs?
I got it, and I'm finna jump on.
All right, let's go.
Say no more. It's going down.
Woo! He said, "What happened to your Xbox? You had
he had a pest problem."
Hey man, we was booting up Battlefield. We was in the middle of playing Battlefield. Shit.
This thing died.
Replacement needed to come in.
Was it Kratos' Yoshida contract so strong that the roaches in his PS4 Pro and they went over and killed his Xbox. They went and shanked that shit. They grabbed their antennas and shit and shanked it.
All you heard Jay Dubs back blowing that bitch like an old school Nintendo cartridge. That bitch back there whistling. Like, damn.
Stupid. Yeah, stupid.
He said he was in that bad bed like blowing for air, huh? You was trying to bring life into it.
I told you.
Resuscitation. Like, don't doubt me, X.
Exactly.
You better get that bitch mouth chest to chest.
Oh, for real.
But listen, we about to go over to, like I said, the Twitch. I'm gonna be so you know, just come right over. Let me stop the stream here.
I got to go ahead and buy this Battlefield. Y'all all being on it.
Hey,
it's only like $35 worth.
Yeah,
$29. You got 8 X's, right? That bitch like $5.
Yeah, exactly. So you get $5 more off.
Yeah, shit. Yeah, whatever. But that shit fine. Let's go right. I'm gonna get my ass from trying to play into the show, but I can't. Shout out to everybody that rocked out with the show live. Be back tomorrow with some more foolishry and fuckery. Now listen here, I'm gonna say this too. I might do a messy show tomorrow. I'm gonna talk to my spiritual advisors, Kratos. A certain. I said, man, I don't need to leave stuff in the past, but it's so hard. I'm like 50 Cent. It's hard for me to let shit go. It's hard for me to let shit go. And I got a certain. Maybe I'm saying I was a creator. They said I was a liar. I lied about laying you on my stomach and this. That some of this one of these guys big detractors, defenders.
Oh man!
And said I made the whole thing up, and I got some DMs from this brother right here. My God, my God, my God.
Yeah, you may have another deviant out there, but Mr. Parker with the 199.
Yes.
What about that Gears? Hey, we'll be on there later, but Battlefield comes first.
Yeah, but all I'm gonna say is I'm gonna talk to my spiritual advisor. Should I leave it alone? Should I be the bigger?
Leave it alone.
It's hard, man. This nigga he asks for dick pics in the DMs. It's hard. Hey, Kratos, am I lying? Kratos, am I lying?
He ain't lying. He ain't lying.
Leave me on my stomach. I got to go. I got to go, man. I got to go, man. Hey, pray for me. Pray for me. I'm trying to bring in 2019 right, but they won't. I'm like the Godfather. They keep pulling me back in.
Don't do it, Z. Listen, I'm gonna have to use Kratos voice, boy.
Boy.
Leave my
boy. I asked you for a long time. Leave me alone. I'm trying to fight my console war.
Oh man.
But now it's your boy Next Gen 720, man, and we out of here, man. Listen, if I go to that liquor store, you know what's gonna happen. I'm going live. If I go to that liquor store, get one of them Coronas, I'm going live. But we out of here, man.
Dang. Hey, you know what? I was there. We off